little corner here that was the old tree was at. So you can play it out to see how it looks. That's a way to approach it a bit later on in the round, because it's difficult for the CTs to fight for banana control early now. They can't throw the deep smokes and everything. So you can see that the Molotovs will cover pretty much the whole of banana, and you can see how Nico is on his rifle after this, waiting for someone to perhaps...
Was that just FaZe? Is this just evidence that FaZe still have some kind of restraint to learn?
I think it's a little bit from column A and a little bit from column B, and column B being, you know, how good they were with pistols in those instances. You're not expecting to get your head taken off by a P250 one bullet all the time, right? You have the advantage of utility, armor, weaponry. It isn't something which is always going to go against you, and just in those occasions it did. It was just unfortunate for FaZe that in that time it almost reset their economy. However, like, they were able to capitalize and then reset again once more onto Immortals. I think we saw that round with the player in Halls with the shotgun. So they were just across the board better individually, and they played the game better as a team as well, and that's why I think the victory was quite easily.
Yeah, the all-star roster of FaZe indeed did pick up the... Mirage, the very map their Brazilian brothers forged their dynasty upon, and now Immortals have to win it to take us to a third. Will they have an opportunity to get to that grand final in a third map? We'll find out as Mirage is up. Moment.
It's one of the maps that they had the time to practice. They actually put some work in, and also it was a matter of they already beat Immortals on Overpass. They beat them in that tiebreaker on Train. So they made the call that Immortals are probably going to prepare for those maps.
Sure.
Let's throw a bit of a curveball. Let's pick Mirage because that's a map that we can play. And you know, even though they play it, probably not specifically prepared for us on it.
I mean, Chad, we've already seen a prime example of what Immortals can do on Mirage, knocking Fnatic out.
Yeah, with a crazy comeback, you know, that was on the back of their CT side, and they really had to grind that out. They had to play some very versatile setups. And this is unorthodox play here by Henny. He likes to jump out middle. He either uses the smoke here or in the connector from time to time as an escape route for him. You can see his teammate actually smoking off that Molotov so he can help him and escape. But this is the plays you have to look out with Henny. He can go super aggressive. It's not a position that you're expecting. And if you're going to be running a normal default, you need to make sure you're using extra flashes or maybe waiting a little bit longer for his utility to dissipate so that you're not worried about him getting a pick like that.
Something to watch out for, there's no doubt. Is that something that Ali was capable of on the other side of things, or is that just not how he rolls?
This is a specific move that Henny does, and it's great to see him being innovative in a way to create openings for his team, because we've been talking about Mirage and saying that it's difficult for oppers to have influence because so much utility is being used on that middle area of the map where they play most of the time. When you see oppers having good rounds, it's now moving to that ticket booth position on A when people go for a late execute and then having some good shots. I think Kalu is an aggressive opper as well. I think he will try to create openings. Now, will he be able to do so because of the reasons I just mentioned? That will be interesting to see.
Now, what do you make of slotting Nico into the CT side of this one? Where do you see them plopping this incredible boss?